You ever get that feeling that the rules of work are changing, like way faster than anyone can keep up, that all the old advice just doesn't seem to work anymore? Well, you're definitely not alone. We're about to dive into a story of transformation, a story about what it really takes to win in a world that's being completely reshaped by AI.
So, to really get this new game, you first have to see that there are basically two different worlds of work out there right now, living side by side. On one side, you've got the world of normal distribution. It's predictable, it's safe, and your effort is additive. But on the other side, that's the world of the power law. It's unpredictable, it's high risk, but man, the rewards can be massive. Our story begins deep in that first world.
So let's meet our protagonist. We'll call her Sarah. For years, she had a solid, stable job. You know the kind, a clear path, you show up, you do good work, you get a steady paycheck, maybe a little raise once a year. It was safe. It was what she knew.
Her whole career was basically running on what's called a normal distribution. This is a world of additive effects. You put in more hours, you get more pay. But there's always a ceiling. The outcomes are super predictable. They all kind of cluster around the average. No huge surprises, good or bad.
And then, bam, almost overnight, that predictable world just vanished. Her job was automated, probably by the very same AI tech that's changing everything for all of us. The safe path she was on, it just disappeared from under her feet.
So, what'd she do? Well, pretty much exactly what you or I would probably do. She tried to win this new game by playing with the old rules. She just doubled down, thinking, okay, the answer must be a better resume, and started applying for the exact same type of job she'd just lost.
And this playbook right here, it shows she was totally stuck in an exploit mindset. Perfect the resume, stuff it with keywords, apply, and then just hope. She was trying to perfect what she already knew, to exploit her existing skills for a predictable result, in a world that wasn't predictable anymore.
And this quote just nails the core problem, doesn't it? Her entire focus was on the outside, the perfect resume, the right keywords. It's like what some critics say about education. We're often taught to look for answers from some outside authority instead of from our own understanding. She was so busy building a better resume, she forgot to build a better understanding of herself.
And of course, the old rules failed her. Big time. The rejection emails just kept piling up. She hit a wall. And she finally realized that trying to optimize for a game that doesn't exist anymore is a losing strategy. It was time to stop exploiting and, well, start exploring.
This brings us to this really fascinating idea from the developmental psychologist Alison Gopnik. She talks about this explore/exploit trade-off. See, kids are natural explorers. They play around just to see what's possible. Adults, on the other hand, we tend to exploit what we already know to get things done. Sarah needed to get back to that curious, childlike state of exploration.
I mean, think about it. Her old question, the exploit question, was so tactical. How can I make my resume better? It's a really narrow question that just assumes the path is already laid out for you, and you just need to walk it a little bit better.
But her new explore question, whoa, it was completely different. What problems are out there that I am uniquely suited to solve? See, this question isn't about fitting into a box, it's about creating value. It's about finding your purpose.
And here's the crazy twist. She started using AI. Yep, the same technology that replaced her. But she wasn't using it as a crutch to write a better cover letter. Nope. This taps into a huge skill that design experts talk about all the time: problem framing. Sarah started using AI as a thinking partner to really understand and reframe the entire problem of what her career should be. And this whole process, this exploring and reframing, it was like it took her out of the predictable, well-lit city of her old career and dropped her into this wild new landscape of possibility, a world that ran on completely different rules.
So, welcome to the world of the power law. This is a whole different beast. Unlike a normal distribution, here the outcomes are wildly unpredictable and multiplicative. A tiny, tiny number of events, or bets, account for almost all of the results. You see this in things like venture capital, or book sales, or YouTube views.
And this table just makes the difference so clear. Her old job, all about avoiding failure with predictable, capped pay. Her new path in consulting, it was all about making a lot of smart, small bets, where just one success could be multiplicative and change absolutely everything.
This quote just perfectly captures that feeling of a power law world. The whole system is just maximally unpredictable. You never know. Your next move could do nothing, or it could be the one that changes your entire life.
So, armed with this new understanding of herself and this totally new environment, she learned the rules of this new game. She wasn't trying to avoid risk anymore. She was learning how to make smart bets.
But here's the key. Her success didn't come from some giant, risky leap of faith. AI researcher Jeff Clune talks about how most huge breakthroughs actually come from little deltas, these small, incremental changes that just slowly push things forward. And that's exactly what she did. Small steps, cumulative progress.
So this became her new playbook, her new repeatable process. Step 1. Use AI as a thinking partner to explore. 2. Frame the real problem she could solve for people. 3. Find an opportunity in a power law field like consulting. And then 4. Make a small, intelligent bet.
Not 100 bets, not 10, just one.
One small, simple action. It was one single, well-framed email to a potential client she'd found through her research. And that one little bet landed her a project that completely changed her career. I mean, that's the power of multiplicative returns in action.
I mean, just look at this transformation. She went from being replaced by AI to being empowered by it. She stopped focusing on building a better resume and started building a deeper understanding of herself. And she went from just seeking stability to actually creating her own opportunity. And in the end, in this just beautiful, ironic twist, she became a master of the very same technology that had once made her feel totally obsolete.
Her story isn't just about AI, you know? It's about a fundamental shift in how we have to think about our work and our value in the world. It shows us, without a doubt, that the game has changed. So the only question left is, are you learning the new rules?